Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Michael Maney begins now.
Hello, thanks for joining us. Tasmanian Labor's federal intervention is over, with leader Rebecca White claiming control is back in local hands. The move comes earlier than expected, with an early election on the cards, but the party's troubles aren't completely behind it.
Looking to shed a toxic label, Tasmanian Labor was placed into federal administration in mid-2022.
Disappointing behaviours that we have seen over the last 18 months. That's got to end. It stops now.
The intervention, led by ex-senators Nick Sherry and Doug Cameron, was to last until after the next state and federal elections, but it's ended early.
We understand that at 2021, that last election, we weren't at our best. We needed to improve, and that's why we went through this process, and we've come out the other side, I think, in a really strong position.
Some measures will continue. An appointed 6-person admin committee will stay on rather than an elected group. It's also unclear when Labor's next state conference will be, and concerns remain about party stability. The Liberals' Dean Young claiming papering over the cracks is fooling nobody.
We've got to get everyone working together. That means everyone from our affiliates, our members, our parliamentarians.
Confident they've got a winning hand, Labor's backing calls from pub poker players, dealt a blow with the game outlawed.
Where's the harm? Where the harm is, I'm not engaging with the friends and people that I've been engaging with for the last 20 years.
A government spokesperson said only licensed casino operators can run wagering poker.
If we need to get back into Parliament and change the law, happy to do that, but it shouldn't take that. This is very clearly a case of the fun police coming out.
Josh Duggan, 7 Tasmania News.
Wine lovers have spent the day frolicking in the Hobart Botanical Gardens as this year's wine festival gets underway. There are around 5,000 people expected to come through the gates and sample some of the best drops on offer.
So there's some wines from all around Tassie, from some great vineyards, big and small, all of the regions from around Tasmania.
And of course, it wouldn't be a festival without some live music, many enjoying a spot in the sun today to kick off the event. The celebrations continue tonight and into tomorrow. Tasmanians have come together to commemorate the 60th anniversary of a collision between 2 Navy ships off the New South Wales coast. Among them, a decorated survivor of the incident, renowned as the country's worst peacetime disaster.
A fatal night forever etched in the history books. February 10, 1964, HMAS Voyager and aircraft carrier HMS Melbourne collided off Jervis Bay, sinking the Voyager, killing 82 people, among them 4 Tasmanians.
It's the greatest peacetime loss in any military in Australia's history.
So too, more than 230 survivors, including Tasmanian Captain James McDermott, on hand today to commemorate the 60th anniversary of a night which forever changed the naval landscape.
It's a long time ago, and we were all young men in those days, and you didn't think 60 years ahead. I mean, that was another lifetime.
Recounting his story of survival at sea.
Self-preservation has a lot to do with it.
And the lasting impacts decades on.
We talk about 80 odd being killed that night. In fact, there were quite a number more who died from their devils and whatever else later on.
Keeping their stories and memories alive, recognising heroic efforts at sea.
It's to remember the sacrifice and everything that men and women do for their country. Everyone in the Navy or ex-Navy always think about this day and their lost shipmates.
I mean, that's a long time ago. And I still keep my good looks and everything, but it's...
Victoria Risto, 7 Tasmania News.
A performance of Shrek with a twist is raising money for a good cause. Shrek the Musical had its audience enthralled today, the old Nick Theatre Company putting on the show as fundraiser for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
I know firsthand how important it is raising money for this strong cause for all these children who just need something nice in a rough time.
There's one final show tomorrow afternoon. The Royal Navy vessel has docked in Hobart to mark the start of this year's Hobart Regatta. The 3-day event offering everything from kayaks to show rides and a rare chance to see what life on our oceans looks like.
Hundreds stepping on board an iconic Australian Navy vessel.
We were checking out the regatta today and thought we'd come down and have a look at the boat here.
My first time ever being on a Navy ship.
Nice to get on and have a look.
The HMAS Diamantinas docking in the River Derwent, signifying the beginning of the 186th Royal Hobart Regatta, today welcoming more than just the crew on board.
We've got multiple sets of equipment. We've got the recompression chamber that people can have a look at, the dive boat, and yeah, we're just happy to have a chat, really.
The vessel plays an important role scouring the depths of the ocean, looking for mine threats and explosives which threaten our waters.
Because we hunt mines, we're not actually made of steel, we're actually made of reinforced fiberglass, so we can be very quiet and give off a very low signature. Obviously we're the only grey vessel in the harbour at the moment.
Its arrival coinciding with a number of events kicking off this weekend, the Hobart Show among those in full swing. The Hobart Regatta will continue until Monday, and if you didn't make it down to Princess Wharf this morning, there's still time to check out the Mine Hunter vessel before it sets sail again mid-next week.
We've got some tasking in northern Tasmania that we have to do prior to an exercise taking place up there, and then we're heading across to Adelaide for Navy Week, doing similar operations where we will invite the public and DFR and schools on board.
Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
Hobart streets were covered in rainbows today with the annual Pride March. A sea of colour made its way from the Tasmanian Aboriginal Corporation to Franklin Square, proudly celebrating LGBTQIA+ Tasmanians. Advocates, community leaders and more joined the walk. The Tasman Bridge also lit up rainbow this weekend. Tasmanian racing driver Josh Webster has had a strong showing in the first race of the Trans Am Series at Victoria's Sandown Raceway. Starting in last position on the grid, Webster was able to jump 6 places to finish 10th. James Moffat took the checkered flag.
Good evening. It was another fine day across the state today with no significant rainfall reported. We also welcomed a new moon overnight. Today, Hobart 18, Launceston 25, Devonport and Burnie both 20 degrees. The Islands, Friendly Beaches and Bushy Park all 22, Grove, Luncheon Hill and Strawn 21, Low Head and St Helens 19, Maria Island 18, Lyweenie 17 after an overnight low of just 0 degrees. Partly cloudy conditions across the central west and northeast today, otherwise it was mostly sunny. An onshore flow is driving low cloud about the eastern seaboard. Connective cloud is seen throughout inland Queensland. Tomorrow, a ridge moves over Tasmania and a series of troughs lie throughout inland Victoria and Queensland. East to northeasterly winds 10 to 20 knots about the north and east. Southwesterly swells increasing up to 3 metres. Forecast for your Sunday, Hobart partly cloudy 26, Richmond 1 up with 27, mostly sunny in Ouse with 29. Partly cloudy in the north, Launceston 27, Devonport and Deloraine 23. Little to no chance of rain towards the west, Burnie partly cloudy 21, fine and mostly sunny in Strawn 23. Also cloudy on King Island, they're expecting 24 degrees. 24 the top for St Helens, tomorrow sunny in Swansea 26, partly cloudy in Whitemark, 25 is the maximum. Monday, mostly sunny with patches of morning fog, sunny and hot conditions expected inland. Tuesday, fine and hot about the east before showers develop statewide in the afternoon, with possible thunderstorms about the northeast developing about the southeast also and the east in the afternoon. Wednesday, showers easing in the west and far south, fine elsewhere. Looking further across the nation now, sunny skies for Perth 35, fine in Adelaide and Melbourne 33, partly cloudy in Canberra 27, a shower or two is on the way for Brisbane with 30 degrees. And it's currently fine across most parts of the state right now, 21 Launceston, Hobart 17, Devonport 18. Look forward to seeing you again tomorrow night, Michael.
Same here, Kyle. Well, that's all your news for now. Thanks for joining us. Good night.